skills right now. Teleport is basically mostly all defensive skills. So teleport, flame shield, also defensive skill. Cross Nova, defensive skill. Ice armor, defensive skill. Ice blades, which will be the one that's reducing our cooldowns for everything. These are all cooldown skills. Only thing that's not is ice shards. I'm choosing ice shards. I think there's variants of this build that use what's it called? I think charge bolts. But I like ice shards because I want to do more single target damage, and ice shards always ricochet off of frozen enemies. That will also help in my AoE too. This is all about spamming skills and reducing cooldown.
I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. I need time to prepare. I need time to prepare that. I need time to prepare that. ready yet. Out of my hands. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. I need time. I'm not ready yet. I need time. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet.
Alright, well, that was a quick dungeon. Well, let me go check that level 35 boss again. This one. Something up there. Oops. just go over the skills and so basically, here's my skill tree. So these and the basic skills don't matter. Put these on. I only put 2 points because I don't even have them in the pocket using basic skills. Reason being is I don't really need it to generate mana, and I don't. I only have one skill that uses mana, which is ice shards. So ice shards. That's why I put more points into ice shards. Ice shards, you want ice shards, enhanced ice shards, and destructive ice shards. You want that vulnerable, which I'll tell you about later. But basically, you want them to be vulnerable if you make damage. Ice shards is, I think, the strongest single target damage for shredding bosses, stuff like that. This is also great to ricochet off of frozen enemies because they're using Frost Nova. Alright, so most of your points are all going into the defensive tree. Put a point into Flame Shield. It does a little bit of damage, burning damage as you see there. But it's also making you immune. That's what's also really great about it. That's what makes you also so tanky. Teleport. It's a great skill. It's just zipping around the map, and it's also for barriers, which I'll tell you about later. And enhanced teleport, reducing its cooldown. This may or may not matter. I have to think about it a little bit. Blast cannon, more damage. Deal 18% increased damage will take 9 more damage. Because all our skills are set on defensive tree, having this active, having that active, having all this stuff active, you shouldn't even take damage. Basically, you always have barriers and it should auto it up. So this is critical strikes have 10% chance to reset cooldown on your defensive skills. Since I have all defensive skills, every 10 seconds it should almost always have resetting your defensive skills. Great. Ice armor, just putting a point into that, have a barrier. Frost Nova is definitely important. You want to freeze enemies. Killing enemies with frozen by Frost Nova reduces its cooldown by 2 seconds up to 6 seconds fast. You'll be able to spam Frost Nova a lot. Kill frozen enemies. Frost Nova makes enemies vulnerable and for 4 seconds or 8 seconds against bosses. This is great because of the next skill which is Ice Blades. Ice Blades is the main skill that makes this skill. You want the enhanced Ice Blades, so as you can see, Ice Blades cooldown is reduced by 1 second each time it hits a vulnerable enemy, and that's big. That's why we got all those vulnerable stuff, which is destructive ice shards making them vulnerable, and Frost Nova making them vulnerable. So having them vulnerable will reduce the cooldown of Ice Blades, which brings us to the next thing, Summon Ice Blades. 50% of your enhanced Ice Blade cooldowns reduction is applied to your other skills. So every time your Ice Blades is getting its cooldown reduced, all your other skills are getting reduced. And this is for other skills. So this is a cooldown skill, 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 and that itself is getting reduced. So all of your stuff is getting cooldown reduced, which is why I get to spam all this. And since it's all defensive, it's also making me extremely tanky and not take damage. Another big thing is getting protection. Just put a point in this. The main thing is protection. Using a cooldown brings 30% of your maximum life as a barrier for 5 seconds. So it's using a cooldown. So this is a cooldown. As you can see, cooldown, 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 cooldown. So using any of these skills gives me 148 kind of like effective HP as a barrier for 5 seconds. So I'm getting 148, 148 almost constantly, which is what's really making me OP and unkillable. And I think that might be something they might have to nerf in the future or something. I don't know. This build is really busted. I don't take damage from like anything. Let's see. Oh, let's go to my equips, I guess. My equips. I don't think it's necessary to have legendary equips. I think you can do this with all yellow and it's viable.
Greetings.
My equips are just complementary.
Hello.
And it's for increasing damage. Biggest one being this one. It deals 76% more damage to immobilized, stun, or frozen enemies. So yeah, because of spamming Frost Nova, most enemies are almost frozen. So I'll be doing 76% more damage to them. I went for the blue gem, the critical strike damage to crowd control enemies, because I think frozen or just like chill is a crowd control effect. So that would just mean I would do more critical damage to them. So I thought, yeah, I just went for that. I'm not using the diamond, because I'm not using the ultimate skill. I'm not using basic skills. Overpowered damage is maybe, but I think overpowered chance is fixed. So I don't think overpowered damage is that great. The overpowered it's set to 3%. It's pretty low. My crit's slightly higher. So yeah. What's next? My boots. Boots, this is just a quality of life thing. It's great. Being 22% movement speed for 3 seconds after teleporting. Since my teleport cooldown is always getting decreased, I get to spam teleport, so it's almost like while I'm fighting, I'm always having this 22% movement speed increase. Yeah, it's just great. Damaging an elite enemy grants you a barrier, absorbing 315 damage for 10 seconds. That's just adding on to more of my defenses being kind of unkillable. And I put 2 ruby gems in there for the life, and that is because of protection. Because it says using a cooldown grants 30% of your maximum life. So I did it just for this. It's just more life, more barrier. Making sure I add, because I could just, if I'm always alive, then I'm always doing damage. If you're dead, you do ZPs. Gloves. That's for my ice armor. When ice armor is active, you leave behind exploding ice spikes that deal 92% damage. Your ice spikes chill enemies for 10%. So that's just adding on to the chill effect, doing a little bit more damage. Not necessary, but it's just a little extra thing. Next one is casting ice armor makes you unstoppable for 2 seconds. It's just a quality of life thing. It's not necessary. Just basically you feel like you're immune when you have ice armor on. You have the crazy amount of barrier that you get. And now if something hits you, you won't get knocked back or anything like that. Also, same thing, maximum life for no barrier. This one's just a whole helmet. 5% barrier generation. This imprint is not, or this aspect is not really good for me, because I should always be healthy, so I shouldn't be not healthy. So this bubble should almost never summon, unless I'm not paying attention. But yeah. This one is mainly because the stats are great. The barrier generation, the crowd control duration, the cooldown. So the healing doesn't work because I'm not supposed to take it. I mean, this one is actually maybe sort of important, but I don't think it's necessary for the build to work. Which is when you freeze an enemy, there's a 53% chance to become vulnerable for 3 seconds. So that's adding to the Frost Nova. Freezing them makes them even more likely to get vulnerable. And yeah, that should reduce your Ice Blade cooldown, which reduces the cooldown for all your other skills. Rain skills deal 20% increase damage based on your available primary resource. When cast, receive momentum benefit when you have full primary resource. This is mainly just for ice shards. I don't think any of my skills actually use mana. Yeah, none of these skills actually use mana, so only ice shards. So basically, it's increasing my ice shards damage, so it's better for bossing. I'm spamming ice shards. But I have full mana, and I just spam it down, and I do my ice blades and all this combo while my mana regenerates back to the top, and just spam ice shards again, and that's how I'm maximizing my damage and single target for bossing. Next is ice shards pierce 4 damage, dealing 21 less damage per 6 minutes. That's just more damage for ice shards. That I believe also is in conjunction with the ricochet effect for ice shards, which is this one. I have 50% chance to ricochet. I think it might ricochet and pierce still. So that's just for AoE clear. Really strong AoE clear also. Yeah, I don't think any of these legendaries are required for this build to work. It's just, for me, I did these for just more damage. There could be better ones out there. I haven't checked. This is just the main thing. I know I haven't even upgraded my equipment, which I'll probably do soon. I keep forgetting about that. But yeah, basically you're OP anyway. You don't even need to upgrade your equipment for this beta. I think I can handle probably even level 50 stuff as long as you don't one-shot me, and that's one-shot me with the barrier. So I did, what was it, 420 plus 493.